Hello folks, and welcome back to Aldea. In this week's episode, I'm taking a short pause on all the port work to tackle some transportation issues. Aldea's growth is straining some of the city's busier intersections. I could respond by turning city streets into highways, but that would make Aldea a much less livable place. Or, I could further expand the city's public transit system, provide people with alternatives to car travel. No contest there. So in this episode, Aldea is getting a metro system. The metro will eventually circuit the Aldea Peninsula, but I haven't built all of that up yet, so for now, it'll basically run the length of Kiers Boulevard. A 5-stop metro will take residents from the Lavoy waterfront up the hill into Kiers, and then along the boulevard all the way to Briarton. So let's grab a ticket and get going. Hey folks, Happy New Year and all that jazz. I was into some household projects over the holidays, and so I didn't get a whole lot of city skyline time in, but I did get sucked down the rabbit hole of traffic management. Periodically, I end up going along and tweaking the 3 busiest intersections in my city. So one of them would be, of course, right here, the intersection of Havel, Lachlan, and the highway interchange. This is the original one that jams up, but I've got it very much programmed with custom lights and everything. Down the road, further down Lachlan Avenue, at Briarton Avenue, this is the other one that requires a lot of very custom treatment to make it all work, and that's because this overpass goes over to the industrial park. And the last one, the granddaddy of them all, Kiers Boulevard and Briarton Avenue here in the kind of middle of it. This custom traffic light here, it's a thing of beauty. It has actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 traffic lights tied to this main center one, to the sequences running here, to make sure they all kind of coordinate, so that if you get a green light, it's green the whole way down, along, all at the same time. And it's just kind of crept, you kind of, things back up, you add another light, Anyway, it's quite a thing of over-engineering, over-planning, but I just love that you can kind of get into this kind of rabbit hole, as it were, and suddenly 5 hours of your afternoon on your holiday is gone just tweaking intersections. Anyway, why am I telling you about this? I think I'm at the point, I'm just going to take a little diversion from all that port work that I've been doing. I think I'm at the point now I'm going to lay down the city's first subway, because I think that's where we are here. So I know what I want to eventually do with the subway. It would go into downtown and follow a street down here along the waterfront, through Kiers, along Kiers Boulevard, and out here to where the airport will be. And so I'm at the point now where it's like, well, I would have a stop here at Briarton. I would have a stop at Barker Street. I would have one at the big transit hub at Kiers, at the ferry terminal, probably one right here at Bridgeview. And so it's like, well, I've hit the point where, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subway stops are actually ready to go. So rather than kind of like build out all of downtown and then add the subway, I think I'm going to just add it now. So let's get rolling. I've downloaded some custom metros. This one right here, it won't be a transfer, it'll just be a 1. Kind of like this pretty one from Quebec. So we could just put that one right there. Elevation's going to be a little bit of a challenge at this location from the looks of things. Maybe a thinner, just That's not too bad. Let's get these trees out of the way. It contorts with the land. Look at that. That looks silly. If that one had a foundation, that would work. Huh. I never expected the subways to be so kind of intolerant about elevation change. I'd like this one more if it didn't come with the in-your-face textures. But I guess it does. It's too bad, because that's kind of exactly what I want to do with it right there. That's not going to work either. British style. That. What if can I raise it? But this one is. What happens if we do that? It gets all kind of messed up. Apparently, that's what you got to work with. Yeah, same thing. I wasn't expecting that the buildings themselves for metros would contort, but they do. So if you're trying to fit things onto a bit of a slopey spot like this, it kind of becomes hard to do, and you don't have a very easy fix for it either. I mean, I suppose I could put the subway up at this end, but this is where the action is. This is the main road. I think I'm going to just live with this. That's not too bad. Once I break out Bob and get rid of my nemesis. Those benches really don't add anything. They're just kind of weird. Weird that those lamps didn't disappear. I got rid of their friends around the back. Oh well, I guess I have to live with some of them. So this will be the Kiers subway station. So down the way, we get down to the water. This is going to be a spot where I have more than one line coming together. In fact, I think in the long run there will be 3 lines converging at this spot. So I think this guy will be well suited for the task. It's got the Lavoy Waterfront Station, where you can connect to the ferries. And then we'll have one more subway stop over here on this side. Hole to the bottom of the earth right there. I guess we'll have to keep that up close to the corner. That's fine. Whatever, I can live with that. Alright, so we got Bridgeview, we got Lavoy. I'm gonna join them together. Oh, we're right there at the other one. I want to run the subway under the road, but it tries to grab onto the nodes and does weird things. So I think I'm gonna just kind of take the path of least resistance on this one and accept that it's a little bit gamey, but otherwise I'm gonna be fighting with it. So I want to stop here at Barker Street. And which corner should we take out? You know, well, these are doubles though. I like this building more than this one, but I've got a double situation. So I think I will. I'd also take out this and redo that. And leave this one here, which I like how it fits. Maybe we should figure out what stop I'm going to use first before getting that far down the track, or the metro as the case would be. Yeah, I'll take this one out. Home stretch over here to Briarton. And this one has to be a pretty compact little station. I think this one says just right, actually. So we got Briarton Station. This is going to be Barker Street Station. Come along, and then we got Kiers Station. Alright, so they all are in place and they're all connected together. So I think I can launch my metro. So we go from Briarton to Barker to Kiers to Lavoy Waterfront, over to Bridgeview and back. None of these, well, maybe I'll just call it the Kiers line for now, since that's all it is. I mean, eventually it's downtown to airport. I think I want to use the ride, just because that's been my theme throughout my city. I use the ride buses, ride police cars, well, Blue Thunder anyway. He does great work. So we're going to use that as our metro line. And let's go. Here was our first subway. I'm thinking eventually I'll outgrow the 160 cars, but for now. Oh, there's one in there. Just small little metros. Kind of makes me think of Glasgow. I don't know if anyone's been to Glasgow, but their subway is positively cute. It's a little loop, and the subway cars are kind of comically undersized. It was built a long time ago. That's a little bit of the flavor here, where we just got like two little cars in our metro. So we got 5 trains running in the metro. That seems to do the trick. If I run 4, that one station seems to get swamped and never gets knocked down. At 5, the trains could be carrying more, but I'm not leaving anyone on the platforms. So think is the more important measure. No one wants to be left. So, what has that done? Probably going to have to now... Oh goodness. That's going to create traffic chaos. Undermine my ability to assess what's happened. Because everyone's going to be turning away. I hate fires on major intersections. It just completely implodes everything traffic-wise. All these people are going to be doing UEs. Okay, so the two bus routes that I probably should take a look at. Kiers Lavoy downtown, because this is now really... Yeah, look at this. There's fractions of the ridership that there used to be on this bus route. So I'm going to remove a bunch of them. I'm going to switch them over to get rid of the accordions. Let's go with 9 and let's use the 50. Other one, Lavoy Kiers. I think it's time to do some tweaking with this line too, because this section that's now covered by the subway is going to have a very different sort of frequency. That's here. So I think it's time to take my own tutorial advice that I did before and break this line up. So that's the Kiers. So we don't want it to go out here anymore. We're gonna have just a local route that will do this. So there. Now the Kiers bus route. Now it just comes in. It's basically just a connection across from terminal to terminal now with a stop down here. And I'm going to create a new line. It's hard to see. That one has that active. This one has that. This one has that. So we could put one right here. Comes out, goes down here. I can put a stop right along here. Why? But whatever. So this is Kiers to Briarton. And I don't think I'm going to need the giant buses. I think just the 50s will be sufficient. Wants to run 6, okay. And we still have 22 on this route, which is probably way too many for the size that we now have. So I'm going to knock this down. See how 20 does. It's a busy route going across. There's probably even more demand for people to come over and connect to the subway now. So here we can fill in a little bit of city. High density office, right where you'd expect it to be, taking advantage of the metro. And we'll put an old building right there. using one of these. I guess the other thing I should do is the whole reason that this station is there with multiple platforms is because I was going to put a station up here at the stadium. And this should be a 2-platform station. That is going to probably... There's no way I'm going to be able to fit that in here without major remodeling. Just want a basic 2. This one might work. Can I fit it in here? On this island? I think I kind of can. I'll get rid of the trees that are growing in it right now, and that's kind of perfect actually. There, and so the reason I'm doing it like this line is going to carry on out here to the university. This one is going to bend hard and come into the downtown and connect to wherever the rail station ends up over here. And this one's also going to go into the downtown, so those are going to be the 2 downtown lines. They'll probably meet over here somewhere. So these 2 stops will be the same. But then one train will go that way and the other one will hook that way. So I guess, which one will I likely build first? Must have 20 transport lines. I've just unlocked some achievement. Yay. For now, I'll just call it the Cuthbert line. Select types. We only want this. Our low capacity. So now people can come down, hop off Kiers line and get onto the Cuthbert line down at Lavoy. Also catch a ferry. Alright, I think that's a wrap for this mini project. We've got our metro subway stations all up and running here in Aldea, and the great tides of humanity come pouring in and out as the trains come and go underground. And I have got the bus system adjusted accordingly, so that Lavoy Kiers, I managed to slim it all the way down to 10 buses now. And that works pretty well on this route. They all come, I have to run the high capacity ones, but they all clear out the stops fairly effectively. So that seems to work well from a peak way back when of 22. That's taken some congestion off the roads, just that alone. And of course the Kiers Lavoy downtown route, that works with just 8. So all in all, I'd say a successful outing that's freed up some capacity at some of the city's busier intersections. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments. I do read everything. And I think we'll conclude. We'll do a above ground, since the underground doesn't have anything to really look at. We'll do an above ground tour up along our subway line. So thanks again.